As you can see, we've got the main beams down off this pergola. We've got the roof off, and then these main beams on the top here, they were really hard to get off. But I'd forgotten how good the carpentry was. They've actually made these joints, as you can see there. I've forgotten just how well this was made. And it was 15 years ago we put it up. Really good, really nice joints on them. But you can see how big some of these. We had a massive storm today. You can see here, unfortunately we tried to get it out the wrong way and it split the wood. I couldn't remember which way the triangle was on it. Anyway, we'll fix it up. And there's the main beams for the top of the roof there. So unfortunately we got rain for a couple of days, so the idea now is we'll take these posts out and this lattice work, and we're going to leave this piece here. We'll unscrew it, we'll take all the banister off, and what we're hoping to do once these two pieces are down, these two lattice works are down either end, is jack up this back wall and the two side walls here. I've got some car casters that you put under the tyres of the car to move it around in a small space. We put them under and we can roll the whole thing forward up to about here, which is where the end of the garage is, and then we can take all this boarding off and redo the roof, and we'll get a professional company to come in and re-roof it for us, because we'll get a guarantee then. Yeah, so that's where we're at. But they were absolute pig to get off, and they're massive, the beams, as you can see there. They're all that size, and they're pretty long. That front one's really long, as you can see, but they're in good nick. And they're the other beams, they're the two side beams underneath it. So another job before winter sets in, and me and Rivka finished pulling this thing down and getting this roof off. A lot of work, from what he's saying. Holy shit. How do we get in now?
No entrance.
I have to climb over? Okay, so most of the felting is off. So it's really all the edges, all the way down the side there, right across the back, and the two corners are absolutely buggered, and a little bit down the side. But apart from that, I think, sort of looking at the size of that, probably 20% needs to be replaced. The last two beams are coming out, and give it a sweep off and see how it looks. So, been a big job to get that apart. The whole thing is actually stacked over here. You can see where this is all felt, roofing felt, and this is the. I moved it all yesterday. It was just a marathon job, this was. So yeah, luckily we could get the trailer around the back here, and we stacked it up here. We're going to let it dry because it's good, some nice weather for the next 3 or 4 days. Let it dry out a little bit. All that moss will die on it anyway, and then we'll cover it up for the winter. And some of them beams are massive. There's all the decking underneath it. Hopefully that'll dry out over the winter period. And we think about putting it up in spring, cleaning it, washing it, cleaning it, use what we can, replace what we can't. But as I said, you can see how big them, and that's a small piece there. You can see the timbers are pretty hard on it. You can see all the joints and everything. You see how well they've been made. See that joint there, there. There's loads of them. Even these. These are not actually pegs. You would think they were pegs, they're not. They've actually been made, sticking out. Some of them are damaged. There's one coming apart there. But there we go. So we'll cover that up in 3 or 4 days' time when rain starts coming on, and get it done. Okay, so we're going to try and fix this corner first. We'll take everything out. can see where the end of the garage is here. So this comes onto the wall here. So me is just cutting it down a little bit more with a electric chainsaw. And we're going to put this beam onto it, screw it down. And I'll plane it, as you can see. This is some of the first bits that took off, as you can see. Pretty rotten. There wasn't a lot left on it. The water had gone all the way through. Got a bit better towards the end. But even so, it's very rotten. So what we're going to do is we'll plane it up, put this one on, and then screw it back on. But we've got to take all this corner out, clean everything. The one where he's stood now, not the beam he's stood on, but the one behind him is really bad. So we're going to try and, you can see it here, we'll cut into it, see how much we can take out. Fortunately it's quite deep, but really all the way along it's rough as shit. Particularly this corner. We'll get this corner fixed. We're in not bad shape, then we have to do that corner and the bit in the middle, and I'll go from there. So we put that beam in there, which was one of the beams off the pergola. It's slightly wider, but it's going to be all done underneath, and now it's solid. So that's all that crap out there now. So good, got something to lay on. Now we've got to sort all this corner out and this edge. That's going to be a bit tricky bastard, but yeah, you can use the saw. You can see there's the boards that will go back on. So as you can see, we're using my I say this is a tool shed. This is all the felt that was on it, which is absolutely shit. I've never used it. I didn't realise how bad this crap was. Okay, it has been on 15 years, but it just falls apart. And what it does is all the leaves get underneath it and grabs it. So with the new shiny metal roof on it, we'll be able to push it through and clean it. But what we are going to do is cut this tree down here. And this one, you can see where we've cut the edge. We're going to take this whole thing down, right down to the bottom. We'll cut the top bits first tomorrow. This is what causes most of the problems with the leaves. And it's right in between the tent and the garage. So we'll take all this down tomorrow, all this top canopy, come all the way down, eventually get it right down to where it goes into the water. It's not a stream, it's a water runoff at the back. So we'll get rid of that tomorrow as well. It'll give us more of a fighting chance if we haven't got that thing sitting over the top of it all the time. So we found a piece that's over 6 meters long, which is the same as that's 6 meters. But if I zoom you in, try and find the zoom, that'll be it. You can see how rotten that is all the way through. We're going to have to take that end wood off completely. Look, you can see how rotten that is all the way through, right up to the end, and it's bad here as well. So we'll take that off, use the back piece we've got from the pergola, because this is more important to get this wind and watertight. So I'll go back, come back out, sorry. Yeah, so we'll place that from there right way across onto here, and then repair that corner. Those short boards that are in there now are just in there so we don't drop down that second hole. Those long planks there at the back are going to go right the way across once we've got that new beam in. Hopefully we can get all this finished tomorrow, and then start on this corner up here and here in the middle. And yeah, big job, heavy work too. So I'll put a little video up on it tonight if anybody's interested in watching it, and as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and